Welcome back to the Art of Being Alone audiobook series. In the previous chapters, we explored how being alone can lead to healing, creativity, and deep self-awareness. Now we're stepping into a powerful phase, turning that self-awareness into action. This section is all about moving forward. You'll learn how to stop overwhelming yourself with big changes and instead focus on one meaningful step at a time, a method that can truly transform your life. So take a deep breath, clear your thoughts, and get ready, because what you're about to hear might just be the push you need to start building the life you've always imagined. Let's begin with the power of one thing. Chapter 6, Turn Loneliness into Growth Period. You are alone, whether you like it or not, so why not start liking it? And if you can't find a reason to enjoy it, then create one. You can't expect life to just give you reasons to be happy, excited, and successful. If you want something, go and get it. When I came back to my hometown after finishing college, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know what I loved doing, and I had no idea how to earn money from anything. I was all alone, eager to achieve something, but I didn't have any special skills. On top of that, there was constant pressure from society to prove myself, and I had no one to talk to or share my feelings with. In those weeks, I was full of self-doubt and feeling sorry for myself. Today, while writing this book, when I look back, I can clearly see that the only person missing from my life back then was me. And this is not just my story, it's your story too. When someone else needs help, we are always there for them. When someone is feeling low, we give amazing advice that sounds like a speech from a TED Talk. When others feel lost, we become their motivational coach. But when it's time to support ourselves, we forget all the advice we ever gave and throw ourselves into darkness, where we feel worse and worse. Why don't we have the courage to stand up for ourselves? Why has no one ever taught us to first become our own best friend? Well, if no one has told you before, let me tell you now. Let me show you how to become your own friend and how to use your alone time to turn it into your growth period. Chapter 7. Make a new best bud. I'm in my 20s, and according to what society expects, I should just be having fun, dating random guys, dancing to songs I don't even understand, and calling that living life. But here's the truth. I don't want any of that. I'm someone who wants success, wants to reach every goal I set and earn money. But at the same time, I dream of living a peaceful life in a small village in Scotland. Sounds beautiful, right? But like I said earlier, the path to success is often lonely. You can either hang out with friends every other day or stay focused and work towards your goals. Your friends may not have the same dreams as you. So when you want to study and they want to have fun, you'll have to choose one. Honestly, I didn't have much of a choice when I came back to my hometown. So I chose to focus on my goals. I decided to live for my dreams. I decided to turn my imagination into reality. I decided to become best friends with someone who will stay with me as long as I want. A friend who helps me move closer to my goals. A friend who makes me feel confident and valuable every single day. And yes, I still have that friend with me through every stage of life. It's not always easy to stay close to this friend, but every bit of it is worth it. And now I want you to become friends with my friend too. Trust me, you'll be 10 times happier than you are now. Want to know who that friend is? I want you to become friends with your goals and dreams, with your success and achievements. I want you to start fresh with yourself. I want you to look at your alone time like a highly successful person would. Think, how would a future version of yourself use this time? Because when you really look at it, this time isn't loneliness or solitude. It's just time. And how you choose to see this time will decide what label you put on it. That label depends on your mindset. So yes, I am asking you to change your mindset. Change how you think about loneliness. Look at it through the eyes of your successful future self. That future version of you is hoping that you'll use this time to grow, work on your dreams, and move toward your dream life, one small step at a time. Start feeling excited about all the things you can do for yourself in this time. Like I said earlier, being alone is your reality right now. So why not turn it into something you love? Why not treat it as an opportunity, on a luxury, and a lifestyle that helps you level up in life. So yes, I want you to become friends with success. I want you to make your dreams your best bud. Start working on yourself with your new friend. With every step forward, every tiny success will feel like a sweet memory. And maybe all this sounds great to you, but the question is, how? How do you begin? Where do you start? Well, once you're ready to make friends with success, flip the page and let's start putting in the effort to win over your new best friend. Chapter 8, Building a Dream Life Plan. Everyone wants to be successful. Everyone wants to live their dream life. Everyone hopes to achieve something big. Everyone wants to make a mark in the world. But if I ask you, or if you ask anyone around you, what does success look like to you? Either you won't have an answer, or you'll say something like, well, I want to make a lot of money, live in a nice big house, give a good life to my parents and loved ones, travel the world, and be happy. Isn't that both funny and sad? If we are all different people, how can our dream life look exactly the same? Because we are acting like clowns. Oh, I'm sorry if that sounded rude, but I meant to be honest. You and I have been tricked into believing that success means having a big house, a lot of money, and cool photos from vacations. And don't worry, I'm not the kind of person who will say it's wrong to want money. No, I love money too. But the problem is that you and I are acting like fools. We are following what people in power want us to follow. We think that if we don't have what everyone else has, then we're missing something. So our next goal becomes getting that one Chanel bag, that one trip to Italy, that one perfect partner who proposes in front of the Eiffel Tower, a cute baby who is smarter than everyone else's kid, and other stuff like that. The problem is not that we want certain things. The problem is we want the same things everyone else wants, just so we don't look poor, dumb, or strange. The problem is we are filling our lives with cheap dreams that everyone has and material things that others already own. The problem is we never ask ourselves what we truly want. Instead, we try to copy the most successful person around us and hope to be successful that way too. And I think this is all part of a clever system that has taken away our basic ability to think for ourselves. And just in case you want proof, you say you want to make a lot of money to become successful. Okay, sweetie, how much money do you need to finally feel at peace? How much is enough for you to say, now I'm successful? Do you have a real plan to get even 1% closer to that goal? If your dream is to earn $10,000 a month, do you have a plan to earn your first $100? Or do you think that one magical day you will just jump from $0 to $10,000? And if you believe in this magic, do you have any tricks or steps to make that happen? And let's say you are a saint. Your goal isn't money, but peace and calmness in life. Okay, dear, what do you do for mental peace? Do you meditate, and for how long? Do you meditate only when you're angry at your brain for having too many thoughts? Or do you meditate every day at the same time with a fixed method? Do you write in a journal? Or do you just overthink about how messy your life is? Look, I don't want to make you feel bad. I just want to show you your reality. You're living in a dream world if you think that just by dreaming of being successful, you'll become successful, even when you don't know what success really means to you. This is why you need to spend time alone. Even if you have great people around you and your life is happy, you should still take time every day to be alone so that you can think freely without others affecting your thoughts. Remember what I said in the first part of this book? When you are alone, you only have to deal with one mind, one thought, and one point of view, your own. And because you've never really been alone, or never truly accepted being alone, you don't even know what you really think about anything. You just accept whatever the world gives you. That's one of the reasons I started spending more time alone. When you are alone, only then do you hear what your soul is trying to tell you. And when your soul speaks, it speaks without outside influence. That's when you understand what you truly want. I was tired of asking other people to guide me. I used to be one of those people who could never make decisions on my own. I had such little confidence in my thoughts that if I had two options, I would take forever just to pick one. I've been through that. I always look for someone to tell me what's good for me. But when I found myself alone with a pile of decisions waiting, I saw how dependent I was. I realized I didn't trust myself enough to make choices with confidence. And sadly, this isn't just my problem, it's common. The main reason we follow the crowd is that we don't trust ourselves. We are scared at every step, so we feel it's safer to follow the crowd. We don't take new paths because they look empty and lonely. But enough is enough. Aren't you tired of trying to be like everyone else? Aren't you done with trying to fit into this weird race of being beautiful, where beauty has the same meaning for everyone? Aren't you tired of chasing success, even though you don't enjoy the process at all? And most importantly, aren't you scared that you will waste your whole life doing what others did, only to realize later that you never really lived or did what you wanted? If you remember just one thing from this book, let it be this. Learn to define everything for yourself. Don't turn your life into a wish list of what you think others have. Define your definitions. When you don't know what you want everything that looks shiny and attractive. God has been kind to give each of us a personal brain, yet here we are. We have turned off our brains and just blindly follow what the world tells us to do. Then we ask, why am I not happy even after getting everything I wished for? We think maybe we should make a gratitude list, like everyone says, and remind ourselves how lucky we are. But no, my dear, it's time to turn on your brain so your own light can guide you. And how will we do that? It's simple. Just like we've learned to follow the world's fixed rules and definitions, now we will learn to make our own rules and definitions for everything. It's strange how people want to give a personal touch to things like coffee mugs, but forget to give their life a personal meaning. But it's okay. Better late than never, right? A few days ago, I shared a post on Instagram about finding happiness in daily life. One person commented, "I still don't know what to do to be happy." That one comment shows how far we've gone from ourselves. In the race to find others, we've lost ourselves. And if you think I can give you some quick tips to find your happiness or success, then I'm sorry. You're free to throw this book away. I cannot tell you what to do. I don't know who you are, what your past is, what excites you, or what makes your heart full of joy. No one knows that. Even if I give you a few tips, maybe you'll feel inspired for a while. You may give this book 5 stars, but after a few days, you'll forget about it. Why? Because those ideas didn't come from you, so they didn't fit into your life. You need to sit down and start defining things for yourself. Do you want to be happy? Great. Now ask, what does happiness mean to me? Look deeper and find out what small things bring you joy and how you can add them to your daily life. Don't go looking for your happiness on YouTube or in some book. Find it inside your heart. Do you want to be successful? That's fantastic. Now ask, what does success mean to me? What's your personal definition of success? What does a successful life look like to you? Do you only want career success or success in every part of your life? Let just your own definition of success guide you. You can't build your life by following someone else's path. Your life is special. It's in your hands. You need to take charge and define everything your way. Stop living like a slave who blindly follows others. You may not be the real king or queen of the world, but your life depends on your actions, so act like you own it. Make your own decisions. Build your own definitions. Think before you accept what society tells you. Use your brain, the one God gave you. Look inside yourself and find your own guidance. It's time to become the owner of your life. It's time to give your life a personal touch, and that time is now. Chapter 9. The Action Plan. You can't build your dream life unless you first know what you don't like about your life right now. You want to change your life. Well, everyone does. But the big question is, why? Can you tell me just 2 reasons why you want to change your life? What is something you really dislike about yourself or your life that pushes you to change? If you can't think of 2 strong reasons, then all this will feel like just another motivational talk, one that you'll forget in 2 days. If you don't know what needs to change, how will you know what to work on? You need to sit down and make a clear list of things you don't like about your life or yourself. This is the first step to building your dream life. It's obvious your dream life is different from your current life. That's why it's called a dream life. So ask yourself, what's the difference between my dream life and my current life? Not just in your job, but in every area. Personal life, professional life, emotional state, mental health, daily habits. What does your ideal daily life look like? And remember, this won't change all of a sudden. To create your dream life one day, you have to start living like your dream version every day. Read that again and let it sink in deeply. Life doesn't change magically one day. You have to change how you live every single day. So let me say it again. Pause. Sit alone. Take a piece of paper and write down 5 things that you don't like about your life right now. Maybe it's your job. Maybe it's your sleeping schedule. Whatever it is, no one is coming to write that list for you. You need to do it for yourself today, or wait until you're 70, regretting the life you lived. You can't become the best version of yourself unless you imagine what that version looks like. And unless you know what's wrong with your current self. Let me tell you a secret. It's okay to be a little strict with yourself sometimes. Too much self-love can make you ignore reality. You'll live in a fake happy bubble. We don't want that. We want to love who we are, and get excited about the person we are becoming. So be honest with yourself. Don't say, oh, I'm perfect. Nothing's wrong in my life. No, dear, that's fake self-love. Your deeper self knows what you're capable of. It knows when you are living a life that's less than your real potential. That gap between who you are and who you can be, that creates self-hate. And we can fix that gap by being honest with ourselves. Be honest with yourself. Before you ask anything from others, first learn to be truthful with yourself. Be brave enough to admit that you were the one stopping yourself. Stand up to the lies your brain tells you. You will meet many people in life who say one thing and do something else. You'll meet people who will lie to you. You can't control how others treat you, but you can control how honest you are with yourself. Deep down, you always know what's best for you. You know when it's time to walk away from someone who's using you. You know when you did wrong and when someone else wronged you, but you stay in your comfort zone and keep things the same. Your brain will play tricks on you. You'll make great excuses not to start working, to give someone another chance, or to eat junk until Monday. Why? Because being honest with yourself is hard. It means facing your fears. It means you have no excuse but to work and fix things. But this kind of honesty will make your life more satisfying. You'll be happy knowing you did the right thing for yourself. That's where real self-satisfaction begins. Step 1. The power of one thing. One of the biggest mistakes we make when we try to improve ourselves is trying to change everything at the same time. We try to go to the gym every day, write a gratitude list every day, eat healthy every day, and so on. But when we try to do everything at once, we end up failing and feeling like a failure. You cannot change everything at once. If you try, you will feel tired and frustrated. Even after working so hard, when you don't see results, you give up. And what happens next? Your self-respect goes down. You start to believe you can't do anything good in life. The key is to focus on one thing at a time. Why? Because changing one thing is easier. It becomes a habit more quickly. When you see results in one area, you feel happy. Your confidence grows. You feel ready to improve more areas of your life. For example, in 2020, I left my job hoping to become a successful freelancer. I tried but failed. For months, I didn't get any clients. I was sad and had no money to pay bills. All my college friends were earning well, going on trips and buying things. I was jealous and wanted to prove I was doing something too. So I started writing on Medium, a website for writers. I didn't expect much. I just wanted to feel like I was moving forward. My goal was simple: write one article every day. After 10 months, I had 10,000 followers. People loved my writing. This gave me confidence. I started seeing myself as a good writer. That's how I wrote my first book, The Wounds of My Words. It still feels like a dream. If someone had told me as a 10-year-old that I would write a book one day, I would have laughed. Even in 2020, I wouldn't have believed it. But it all started with one decision and one daily action. That action changed me from an unsure writer to a confident author. I want you to do the same. Forget big changes. Forget magic. Take your list of things you don't like in your life and choose one big problem from it. What is a big problem? In 2020, many things were going wrong. I wasn't healthy. I had skin issues. My career was a mess. All this hurt my mental health. My second job had a boss who shouted at me and told me I could never become a writer. When I left that job and still couldn't get clients, I started to believe her. That made me feel depressed. After reading 200 plus books, one thing is clear. Action is the solution to almost everything. So I started writing on Medium. You already know the rest. There may be many things you want to fix in your life, but you're not a magician. You can't fix everything in one go. Choose just one big issue that is stressing you out the most. That one area that makes you feel stuck. This one big issue might even be the reason why you hate being alone. When you're alone, your brain reminds you about what's wrong in life, so you try to avoid it. But remember, you are human. You can't do everything at once. When you focus on just one thing, you can track your progress easily. You won't feel pressure, just excitement. So pause the book, take some time, find your one big issue, because in the next step, we'll talk about how to fix it. Step 2, one big action. Once you know which part of your life needs the most help, it's time to take action. But where do you begin? Many people start with motivation and end up lost a week later. It happened to me too. For example, I once wanted to live a healthier life. I felt super motivated. I told myself, this year I'll be healthier. A few days later, I was eating fries and pizza while watching Netflix. But with Medium, I had a clear action. Write one article daily. I even sent myself a message in a WhatsApp group that only I'm added to. Try it. It's a cool trick. In that group, I reminded myself every day, write one article. I didn't make fancy Excel sheets or use pretty journals. Why? Because I didn't want to overcomplicate it. I had one job. Right, that's it. Here's what I want you to learn. Setting big, fancy goals sounds nice, but it's not helpful. We make big promises and later make excuses, and then we expect others to keep their promises. That's not fair. So stop, breathe, be patient. Focus on one thing, action. What is an action goal? An action goal tells you exactly what you need to do every day to reach your dream life. When I made my action goal, it was write one article every day. Writing is an action. Doing it daily is a system. Now your turn. Take a paper, look at your one big issue. Write one action goal next to it. Make it super clear. What is one thing you will do every day to move forward? And then do it. Every day. No matter what. Step 3, know your nature and sync your activities. One thing you should know about human nature is this. The more you force yourself, the worse you'll feel. You'll feel like the change is a punishment. I used to try many good habits and pretty routines, and I always failed. One habit I really wanted was waking up at 5 a.m. I read Robin Sharma's book, The 5 a.m. Club and The Miracle Morning. I watched YouTube videos on morning routines, but I still failed. I used to blame myself for sleeping late. My mom even calls me Sleeping Beauty. Then I learned about something called the body clock. It means different people work better at different times of the day. Some people are early birds, some are night owls. When I studied my body and my energy, I realized I work better at night. I feel more creative at night. So instead of forcing myself to wake up early, I now work at night. Why am I telling you this? Because almost everyone starts with good goals, but most people give up. I used to give up too. Maybe you have too. Why? Because after the motivation fades, everything feels hard. That's why it's important to know yourself. If you try to follow someone else's method, it won't work. You'll lose interest. Your journey to self-improvement should feel fun, not like punishment. Here's what I do now. One of my 2023 goals was to become a better author. My action goal, write 10 pages every day. But I don't force myself to write in the morning. I write when I feel like it. Writing feels like music to my heart. I can't force it. Another example, I wanted to be fit. I used to try going to the gym daily, but gave up after a week. So this year, my goal is to move my body every day. Sometimes I dance. Sometimes I do yoga. Sometimes I go cycling. That's what I enjoy. Do you see the difference? I'm moving towards my goal, but in a way that feels right for me. I'm not following someone else's rules. You should do the same. Don't make self-improvement a burden. Make it exciting. You are not the same every day. You grow. You change. Your style of working may change too. So go ahead, summarize this chapter, set your action goals, and start your journey today.